Hey Sagittarius, how are you doing? Today I'm going to do your 2020 year ahead tarot reading, and it's going to be a general reading, so please remember to only take on the messages that resonate with you, like in a heart way, and to actually give yourself permission to not take on the messages that really probably aren't for you. Because this is a reading that is tuning into energies for not only an entire astrological sign that could include sun, moon, or rising, but also for an entire year. So just bear that in mind. Sorry about this noisy chair. Okay, so I feel like starting with just your energy. So I'm going to do the start, the middle, and the end of the year, but I'm going to start just with the general energy for your 2020. And we will also touch on love and money/career. So yeah. You can also email me at Bridget, no, that's my other email. My name is Bridget, by the way. But you can email me at lightresonance333@gmail.com if you would like information about a private reading and other services I offer, like light language. And yeah, I'm going to have my website up real soon because I'm getting sick of responding to emails. Alright, we have the 8 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups for your general 2020 energy. And I'm going to draw an angel card too, just as like a one word. Miracles. 2020, expect miracles, Sagittarius. Look, things are going to be happening for you at really fast pace in 2020, and there may be this, it's like this transitional energy for you, Sagittarius, and it's like this 4 of Cups is sort of like there may be times when you have let go of the old, but what is new hasn't yet come in yet. So there's this emptiness that might arise for you at times. And a sense of apathy or disconnect from the world at large. So Spirit's counsel for you is really about how to trust and have faith in those in-between times, because you're going to be really good in 2020 at releasing the old, releasing what does need to be released. However, Spirit's saying you're going to maybe trip up sometimes when you're, again, in that transitional period before the new has come into your life. You're going to be seduced again by the old kind of, and carry on that momentum. So, yeah, Spirit's saying like be wise in your decision making and hang out that little bit longer when you feel like you want to go back to an old way of being, or back even to an old person of your life, to, if that urge comes up, to just like let that urge be there. And it doesn't mean you can't act on it, but even just to let 5 minutes pass, just cultivating that ability to be in that in-between space a little bit more. And it doesn't mean you have to stay there, and it doesn't mean you have to always make the right decision or stick on your path. Like, it's more just about creating more and more space in your ability to respond to life from a place of integrity and from a place of what you actually want, instead of kind of like feeling that spontaneous reaction in a moment and then later being like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Do you know what I mean? Because your inspiration and like your spontaneity, Sag, is like one of the best things about you. So yeah, it's a tricky thing to balance, I think, for you guys. Now we're going to tune into your start of year. This one will come out as well. And guardian angel, so you're being protected and looked after. Start of 2020, start of the year, there may be need for you to have faith again in something bigger than you, like angels, like spirit guides, like God. But there's a very strong message from Spirit that you are being seen, your prayers are being heard, your thoughts are being heard, your ideas are being heard by spirit world, you know. You're being like received by spirit world start of 2020, and to believe that. The Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, wow, and the King of Pentacles. So work life is strong for you, the start of 2020, and I feel like actually your money situation is going to be a point of grounding for you, Sagittarius, a thing that grounds you. However, yes, there is need for you to believe in your angels, to believe in your protection and in the love that you are, but also in the love that surrounds you. Because there's going to be this like internal conflict coming up because you're doing some healing, Sag. You're doing some healing work start of 2020, because this Five of Cups is childhood wounds, it's our inner child, and it's around, like painful things from our past that perhaps are still lingering around us, you know, aren't resolved yet. So there's this energy of this internal conflict with this Five of Wands sort of getting to a bubbling point. If you can see, the imagery is of a volcano here on this card. It's like things, things bubble up, and you're going to be feeling through some pain from your past. Spirit's saying this is not something to shy away from. This is something that everyone is doing in 2020, because there is a restructuring happening with all of these planets in Capricorn. The influence on us as a whole, as an earth, is really one of rebuilding a new paradigm. And every person is going to be needing to let go of density in their energy fields, and density is often actually just unfelt emotion. There's also a message around, it's like you getting true with yourself. They're both fives as well, and five definitely indicates like transition, change, transformation, but usually transformation through challenge, I guess. And transitional, it's a real transitional period for you, like I was saying, with that energy of letting things go, but yet having to be like comfortable in that in-between period before this one really comes forward, the new comes forward and is revealed to you. This King of Pentacles, however, again, is really grounding you. So there's still a very balance in your energy field. It's not like you're totally, it's not chaotic. It's more like, I feel like you're going to embrace this stuff when it comes out, because it's like that volcano thing, that you're just going to want to get it up and out of you, not to hold on to it or try and restrict it. You're just going to let it out. It's going to feel freeing, actually, now I'm tuning into it. The energy is quite free. And money is going to be okay for you, Sag. Definitely start of the year. I'm really seeing money as being a grounding point for you, or like career, finances being this grounding point for you, whereas your kind of emotional health is going to be in the spotlight. You're going to be, working on your emotional health. Okay, middle of the year. Seven of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. I will do this. Just gonna get one more. The Six of Cups, beautiful, because we're progressing. There's movement for you, Sag. By the middle of the year, you've reached a place of healing and of forgiveness. Whatever was arising for you at the start of 2020 was needed. It's needed for you to just be able to move into that emotion, not trying to move away from it or bypass it. And then you're having relief from it very quickly, because what happens when we move into emotion is that it disperses very quickly. It lingers because we're resisting it and we're not feeling into it. That's why emotion hangs out, or sticks around. So it's sort of like it's easier than you anticipated is what I'm picking up. It's a lot easier than you anticipated, and all of a sudden you're in this place of forgiveness and of peacefulness and harmony, because the Six of Cups is like the inner child, but the peaceful inner child. It's that accessing the gifts of the inner child, because the pain from the childhood has been moved through, yeah? So this is beautiful. I'm seeing a lot of happiness in your family situation, a lot of contentment. There's still some conflict. I think this I'm reading as, this I'm reading as like the Seven of Wands is sort of like, you're feeling like a bit of a warrior in 2020, Sagittarius. You're feeling really good about your strength and your ability to stick up for yourself, to speak up for yourself. And it's a really nice energy. It's like in a way, there's this trust building in your ability to be your own advocate and to fight for yourself, yeah? So it's like there's this loosening in that. It's sort of like you can trust that you can bring that warrior out when you need to, but you're also not clinging to that sort of part of you and using it as like a defense mechanism, you know, hiding behind your toughness or something. It's really nicely integrated in you by middle of the year. And again, there's this real message around groundedness in your career, in your finances, that's really helping you. Now, there's also a message that by middle of the year, you might have a lot of inspiration, like creative inspiration, and just these almost like electric new ideas that are like coursing through your body, and you just feel like, I have to get this out into the world, you know, really inspired, Sagittarius. It's almost a rebirth energy. So yeah, you're going to be wanting to get your ideas out into the world by the middle of 2020, and like putting your creativity, being able to see your creativity in form instead of just in your mind's eye. And yeah, Spirit's saying like, make sure that you are sort of like, because Spirit's basically saying this creativity can be channeled into a money making or like a business or into your existing career. So to kind of like recognize that, and to kind of, yeah, lay a very strong foundation for something new if it is, or in an existing situation or circumstance, to, yeah, just like weave this creativity in, weave this new energy into it. And think about your future a bit as well. Think about what you're truly passionate about, Sagittarius. What are you truly passionate about? What really lights you up inside? And to kind of have a little bit of a practical approach to how you could implement that, you know? Because again, 2020, heavy Capricorn influence, so it's really important that we're focusing on the practical aspects of life. You know, what can I practically do to get my ideas into the world? Yeah, it's really about grounding our creativity, our inspiration into reality. So, middle of the year, we have 3 cards: dreams, celebration, and enchantment. They're all very similar, and I'm really glad Spirit's brought this up, because it's like she wants you to know that there's a lot of fun still for you in 2020, especially with these new ideas. It's like you feel enchanted by life again, especially by middle of the year. You know, it is this rebirth energy, and again, it's this inner child energy. Yeah, enchantment I always read as inner child energy, because it's our ability to feel like the magic of life, yeah, the magic that exists. And it's almost like you're celebrating, yeah, it's like you're in this energy of celebrating life. Like you feel just so enthusiastic about life. You're like, yes, living, yes. And you're really like coming face to face with your dreams, like your goals, your inspirational passions, you know, these sort of dreams. What you want from life, and you're seeing it as available to you. You're seeing it as available to you, and that's really huge. All right, so now we're going into the end of the year. The 8 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands And the Four of Wands. Okay, so this is the Twin Flame card. If you like to think about twin flames. However, it's also about like marriage, home, community, celebration. Again, celebration. So yeah, it's really carrying forward into the end of your year, this energy of celebration. And this is about victory and public recognition. So definitely there's going to be victory for you by the end of 2020. And that will be like a personal victory, or it could be, I'm reading this as more of a personal victory, but for some people it is about, getting those ideas out into the world. There's a lot of progression in your energy because at the middle of the year we had the Page of Wands, and by the end of the year we have the Knight of Wands. So the way that I read Page and Knight energy, because Page comes first, then Knight. Page has the ideas, has the inspiration, has that, the personification of that energy, and then the Knight is able to put it into action and actually really bring it into form. So that's what you're able to be doing, and it's like you're getting recognition for these ideas you've brought into form, or for this creativity you have channeled. A lot of recognition and a lot of feeling victorious, possibly feeling victorious over a connection with a twin flame, or a reconnection with someone like that, or of a marriage. Again, celebrating a lot of happiness. However, the Eight of Swords is telling me you're going to have some negative thoughts in your own head, because the Eight of Swords is good because, well, it's not good, but it is good. It's both. It's good because it's telling you that there is no need to worry. It's saying that you will be worried, but it's also saying there's no need to worry. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because, but it's basically Spirit saying, like, keep in mind that if at the end of 2020 you feel like self-critical, or you feel, like it's really around your self-worth I'm feeling into. So if you've got this like negative self-talk, or you're being really hard on yourself, to really recognize that as coming from you and not being true, and therefore being able to like disidentify from those thoughts, because the Eight of Swords is all about thoughts that keep us in a prison of our own making. So end of 2020, there's a little bit of this. It's not a huge influence, but it's there. So it's about recognizing that it's not true, and therefore being able to disidentify from these thoughts really impacting you or imprisoning you. Okay. Oh yes, so end of the year. Music. Sagittarius. Music by the end of the year. Well, public recognition and victory in music for some of you, for sure. And maybe your creativity was around music and creating music. This can also be about your sound current, your voice, finding your voice, speaking your truth. It can also be around art of any form, really. Alright, so I'm going to pull a few around love for you for 2020. We got Night Wind, Facing Fear, Subconscious Release and Healing. And Gaia, Wisdom, Knowledge and Spiritual Understanding. Wow, this is really interesting because this is number 5. And then 23, 2 plus 3 is 5. So, I think, 2020 in terms of love for you guys is a lot around healing. This card says healing, and then this says wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. So it's sort of like for you, Sag, you're really healing any past pain in love through like understanding it from a spiritual perspective, from really understanding it from a soul's point of view, instead of maybe identifying with being, a victim or a perpetrator or whatever. Kind of, there's a lot of peacefulness for you in love. And this card could definitely represent, meeting someone who's very wise, who's very much on your spiritual level, and who very much recognizes union as a spiritual act. And I'll pull a few around, this one. High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So I was actually going to pull this about career. So yes, I think that maybe you're going to be stepping up into your, like it's a leadership position. It doesn't have to be as a teacher, but I think there's this element of you embodying more of a teacher. Like people are going to come to you in 2020 and ask you, you know, what should I do about this? And you're just going to be able to channel them some advice, you know, that's not going to be like your ego getting involved, but just sort of like a spiritual, like a higher perspective, a spiritual teaching in the way that you are even conversing with people. So it's a really nice energy. I think you're going to be feeling, really confident about yourself in career and in your identity and stuff. I will pull one more about love because this was a bit cryptic. Inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Yeah, so in love for 2020, appreciate yourself, appreciate your beauty. The orange in this card always makes me think of the sacral chakra, which is our second chakra. It's all around, it's the region of our reproductive organs, and it's all around our sexuality, but it's also kind of like our creative power. So it's saying awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Yeah, so express yourself, Sag. Like your creativity is so much to do with your beauty. And I think, to appreciate your divinity goes hand in hand with this High Priestess card, which is around appreciating your spiritual gift and offering to the world through your teaching and through your understanding. So in love, really, really like focus on how beautiful you are. Focus on your magnetism and your creative, that sexuality that's so entwined with our creativity. I think that's really going to carry you in 2020. All right, thank you, Sagittarius. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading today. It was truly a joy to channel for you. So thank you for spending time on my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye.